Hello everybody! Good morning, afternoon, evening, respective time zone, or anything. Hello, Crazy Star. Hello, Diamond Steve. Yeah, we're doing some streaming tonight. I would have liked to get this started a bit earlier, but my cat decided, no, I don't want to be leaving the streaming room. I'm going to scratch the shit out of you. But I'm bandaged up, thankfully, so we should be alright, hopefully. I did clean it and bandage it just to make sure, but yeah. We are playing one of my favorite freaking games ever. I'm just here for a good time tonight. We're playing Sonic Colors. Like, the original version on... I'm dusted off my old Wii U for this one specifically, and I kind of got a little appropriate with the occasion. I Sonic'd myself, as one would say. Yeah, it was mainly just like a little practice, like I wanted to try doing some Sonic Adventure era shading, and you can kind of notice it with the hair. I think it looks alright. It's definitely something that needs another sort of go over in the future. Yeah, I just thought it looked cool, and it's probably I'm going to be using it again on Saturday. I think our next stream is Saturday, where we're going to be doing a drawing from memory for Sonic characters, because I like to think I have a good memory for Sonic, but I need to put my art where my mouth is. But without further ado, this game isn't super very long, so how about we just get right on into it? Let's go, baby. How do I sound, by the way? How does everything sound? Do I sound alright compared to the game? Please do let me know, but let's just get into it. I'm happy. I'm in a good place. I'm in my happy place right now. Sound good? Okay, lovely. This isn't going to be a 100% run, I'm just going to get that out of the way now. It's just going to be... Sounds good? Okay, lovely. Yeah, this isn't going to be 100% or anything, I'm just going for a little casual run through. It's been a while since I just played the original Wii version. A lot of my time nowadays playing Colors is just is Ultimate on the Xbox. Because it's nice to play that game in 60 FPS. But that said, I think the original version on the Wii is still, like, the best way to play this game. It just... Ultimate has a lot of weird quirks to it that make it a much more sour experience for me. And sometimes it's just nice to have an excuse to dust off my Wii U and just have a good time. Oh yeah, here's something fun I like to do. So, on these rails, you'll build speed every time you switch rails, so you just keep switching and switching and switching. And I messed up the thing I wanted to do, but that's something I like doing. You can switch through the rails to gain some extra speed. But yeah, just getting through this first level. It's nice to just have it go straight into gameplay as well. That's something I really remember sticking out with me when I first played this game, when it first came out. But yeah, with that, our first level is just about done. And thank goodness it's a 100% run, because I missed like a ton of stuff. I also have to try and remember the button layout. Okay, X is my stop, okay. So I'm playing on classic controller, so I'm just trying to relearn... I'm trying to relearn my buttons a little bit. Because I haven't played on Wii in quite a while. But yeah, straight into another level. Gosh, this music. Colors is... I would probably say in my top 5 Sonic soundtracks. There's just something good in like every single level. Yeah, we're just gonna have a chill night, playing some Sonic and chatting. Okay, that is something I'm starting to miss from Ultimate, like the ability to turn off like the motion blur when boosting. Because especially playing on like a slightly smaller screen than I'm used to, it does tend to get a bit blurry. It's like playing Crosswords over here with that motion blur. But man, I'm so nostalgic for this game. This is probably the Sonic game I have played the most in all my years. It's just something I always love to pick up and play through again whenever I'm having a down day and just need to kill like a couple hours. It's just fun all around. Okay, I have some boots, so I'll get a little more. Someone was going to shout if I can find that. There we go. That's another B. B for birth. That's a word, I swear. I also love this. I love you can just like smash up the different parts of the result screen. That was always something I found very fun. And cutscene time. Count me in as a colors enjoyer. No one ever convinced me this game ruins something. It's so weird thinking about that. This game is like the ultimate victim of... I had the word. Revisionist history, that's the word. Like, when this game came out, we were just coming off of Unleashed in 06 with people being like, oh, Sonic's so blooming terrible and we hate everything. And then this is the game that kind of came around and, quote-unquote, back in the day, saved Sonic. And then obviously we had Generations and Lost World, which slowly degraded in quality as we got along for many people, and people just kind of now symbolize it as this era of, oh, this is just when everything went to pot. They got really dumb jokes and cheesy and everything, and I don't care. I think this game in terms of its tone is fine. I don't think it's my favorite in terms of tone. But if we're going for like a Sonic story that is trying to evoke more of like a classic Sonic Saturday morning cartoon vibe, I think this is just fine if, yeah, the jokes haven't aged the best. We'll see plenty of those as we go along, but yeah, that's my personal opinion. I think this game is just such a massive victim of revisionist history for a lot of folks.
Out of a sense of remorse for my past transgressions, and is in no way associated with any sort of...
I'm resisting the urge like every time to like, say the lines, because that's just how much I've played this game. Like on the Wii version alone, I have to have played it like 30 times over.
Just thinking about it makes my head feel like it wants to.
And also, this was, well, technically Free Riders was, but this was the first like major Sonic title where we had Roger Craig Smith as Sonic. I'm gonna be honest, I think he's my favorite of the Sonic actors in this day and age. Like Jason definitely has his like nostalgia points, and he definitely gets like a lot of the best writing, especially in Unleashed and Black Knight. But I think it's just an overall tone of what I like from Sonic. I think Roger does a good job. There are obviously flat days where he's not at his best, but you know, I like Roger's delivery a lot. He's really good in Boom as well. I like him in Doom. I'm sure that'll be important. Alright, I guess it's time for us to pick... Oh, like these are just how many save files I have on this currently. I played this game a lot. God, how old must those save files be at this point? Okay, we're gonna go with 5. Let's see who it gives us. Okay, so our name is gonna be... Where is it? We are going to be called Weftquick. You gotta use your alternate fire. You gotta press Weftquick. Ooh. I'm weird. I'm stupid even. Oh god, I do have like me versions of Julan, Amber, Coral, and Tofal on it. You know, we'll go Julan. You gotta press all the buttons. You gotta press Weftquick. Alright. So yeah, this is Sonic Colors. Every world has 6 individual levels within it, and then a boss fight. The levels, for the most part, are very, very bite-sized. Like, can be done in, like, a minute tops bite-size. And, yeah, that is one point I will give against this game. It has a lot of the levels feel very similar to one another, as opposed to, say, something like Unleashed, where it has, like, one level per world, and it's a very focused and lengthy level. Yeah, that was our first of the... Oh, your avatar... You've only just noticed it's been on screen for like 15 minutes. Yeah, I Sonicified myself. That's just how natural the Sonic form of myself looks, I guess. yeah, that's our first of the Wisp color powers. We have the laser. We can shoot ourselves forward really fast and bounce off walls. And also use it to bounce off the crystals, of course. Oh, thank you. Like I said earlier, I wanted to try and go for that sort of SA1 shading art style, and whether I succeeded or not, it's a first attempt, so I'll be nice to myself about it. But yeah, we have basically all the moves we have from Sonic Unleashed. We have the stomp, we have the boost, we can quick step in areas in which it tells us to quick step, we can drift in areas where it tells us to drift. There are a lot of sections where this game is just is more just a glorified 2D Sonic with some 3D sections involved. But I kind of like that. I don't mind it. I always prefer, like, I really liked it in Shadow Generations where they had levels that were specifically 3D levels, and then you had a second level that was a 2D level. I like that kind of separation of the 3D and 2D sections, and it's definitely the kind of style I would like going forward for Sonic. Man, I need to play Shadow Generations again. It was like the first game I actually beat on my my Switch 2 when I got it. And I went overboard on my Switch 2 when I first got it. Obviously, I got Kart Worlds and like the Switch 2 versions of it. Oh, thanks game. I don't know what I could have done there, but okay. I got Kart World, frickin' the Switch 2 editions of the Zelda games which I got for free. And then it was Bravely Default, Street Fighter 6, Yakuza 0, and then I just treated myself towards at the end of it for Sonic Shadow Generations just so I could own a quote-unquote physical copy. Because I love digital keycards, I swear. Oh, fuck. I swear I'm good at this game. I'm gonna actually lock in now. I should probably start locking in. There might be people watching. That'd be weird and crazy. Shit. Oh, thanks. I can do it this time. I don't know why it keeps, like, immediately... Oh, I guess do that. I'm an idiot. Okay, anyway, end of level. Oh boy. You can tell I'm rusty on this game. Oh, give me another life, please. No, come on, dang it. Yeah, boy. But yeah, that unlocks laser wisps for every world in the game now. And you were about to see what I meant earlier when I said, like, these levels can be very bite-sized. So, what's the timer? What's the timer on this one, real quick? If I do it right. That way. And done, 22 seconds. But obviously the game wants you to be all like using all the color powers and whatnot. You can't really start getting good high scores on levels until you unlock all the wisps, so it's the kind of stuff that you really have to save for post-game. In a weird way. Oh, cutscene.
Gotta connect the thermostatic capacitor to the maximizing modulationizer.
Sure, what you said, Tails.
I wish I knew what you were saying, little guy. Or gal. Or whatever you are.
Oh man, that was crazy!
Oh, I was reconfiguring my handheld.
I like how your score is at least safe again. That is something, I suppose. It's
Did
nice.
you go somewhere?
Didn't you see? I absorbed those aliens and got powered up with like some kind of wild energy. And after a few seconds, they'd pop out of me.
I find that hard to believe.
Tails, you literally have a second thing sticking out of your butt. I don't think that's very hard to believe in this universe specifically. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And wreck that plan, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we spend our time.
your score getting wiped down in SA2 Heroes was yes, especially for heroes. I find it the most frustrating in heroes, especially with how jank the game can be at times, as much as I love it. Alright, level 5, drama goes up. Let's go. I also love that they, for some reason, add like these little... In some of the levels, they have these little ledges that Sonic can like trip over. I don't know why they add them, but it's very funny when he does. Yeah, so this level's all about... This one's basically a tutorial on how to use the Lightning Wisp, more or less. Or Laser Wisp, sorry. Lightning is another game. Lightning is Lost World. Specifically Lost World 3DS. I've actually played the 3DS version of Lost World. That's something I might have to try at some point, because it always seemed like such a weird version of the game to me. I missed out on quite a few, like... I kind of miss that, though. I kind of miss, like, games having, like, a separate version of themselves for handhelds. You really don't get that anymore, because most consoles are hybrids now. There was something so cool about a console you loved on... like a game you loved on console, but now you can take it on the go and whatnot. Something that we really don't have anymore. I kind of miss that. Oh, free level. Free one up, nice. I'm just rambling for the sake of rambling because I'm already struggling for things to talk about. That's just my streams in general. Now that I'm thinking about it. But there we kind of chugging along. I mean, I have had you since launch day, so I wouldn't be surprised if you're starting to like get to the end of your rope. I'm hoping this won't be like a multiple stream game, because I can beat the game in like 2 hours if I'm really like locking in. But that might also be, that's usually when I'm like skipping cutscenes and whatnot, so it might just be a little over 2 hours tonight to beat this. And if it takes a bit longer, I'll run long, because I don't want this to be a multi-stream game, because it's really not long enough to justify that. Missing the red ring, so I can just go. See. Okay. And then it's time for boss fight. And you ready for like the easiest boss fight in the world? But first, we got a cutscene.
23, 24, 25. Ah, not nearly enough aliens.
Want us to get more?
No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake. That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as them little alien varmints. Idiot, get me more aliens.
I think this is the game where I find Orbit and Cubot at their funniest as well. Granted, I think this was Cubot's debut now that I'm thinking about it. And technically Orbot's first named appearance, because I think they just kind of... Everyone just kind of gave him the nickname Ergo for Sonic Unleashed.
I know I say that
It's
every
weird
time,
to think
but
about.
this time really nothing will stop me.
Boss?
What? Sonic!
Who you calling nothing?
It's gonna take a quick while.
He means since the boss said nothing will stop me, and Sonic here is going to stop him, it's like the boss was calling Sonic nothing.
Great! I thought nobody would get that.
Fine. You're so smart, robot. You take care of this mess. Release the big boy. At least I know he
Eggman, you
won't
can't be
screw it up.
releasing your big boy in public like that. You really can't be doing that. Do I have to get the chaotic styles out on you?
Guess it's time for me to start stopping.
I get it.
Anyway, it's first boss time. This boss is ridiculously easy. You just have to go up, grab that, only attack once, go back up. I don't know if beating Eggman potential. Oh yeah, that is another way you can play this game. Though once you do a certain amount of levels, you can do like a marathon mode that's just like you marathon through all the stages as quick as you can. That mode's so fun. Anyway, boss is done. Not even enough time for a frickin' YouTube short. S rank. Easy S rank. Oh god, I remember when this was the first cutscene they showed for this game when it was first getting coming out.
There you are. Where'd you run off to?
The reactions people had to these voices at the time. I'm not gonna lie, I miss Kate Higgins' Tails. I think she had the best Tails voice for me. I think it's Kate Higgins in this game, and then I think it's from Boom. She gets swapped for Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who I also love, but it's also kind of like they're doing a slightly higher pitched version of the Kate Higgins voice, which is why I never really noticed it until it was actually showed to me that it's a different person.
Yeah, I think your machine still has some bugs.
Yeah, I think I can figure this out though. Okay, he said his name is Yacker. He's from a race of beings called wisps.
Wisps?
No, wisps with a W.
Yeah, I'll just stick with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
Sure. So anyway, they're either being used for their magical powers by an evil man, or to make underwear to be worn by Sally. And just here, save them, save them.
It's funnier for the sound effect than anything else. I gotta get that sound effect
When I was running
at some
around
point for
trashing
stuff.
robots, I saw a map that had a couple of interesting places. I think I'll go check them out and maybe save some aliens.
Not the sacred fourth wall, buddy. That fourth wall is anything but sacred in this day and age. It's weird because that's like the only fourth wall joke they make in this game. Which is probably for the best, honestly. We don't want Sonic going full Deadpool or anything. As much as I love him.
I'm missing an arm. Have you got an arm?
No, but really, how much can it matter?
I guess it can't matter much.
Well, I'm sure that's not important at all. So yeah, after beating Tropical Resort, we get access to 2 more levels. We get Sweet Mountain and Starlight Carnival. I don't know if it's just me being weird. I like doing Starlight Carnival next, because when you do Starlight Carnival, you unlock a couple extra wisps that you can then use for Sweet Mountain. So I just like doing Starlight Carnival first for some reason. Plus, it's my least favorite level in the game, so I kind of like to get it over and done with if I can. Because it has like 2 of my least favorite levels in the game. It's so it's so pretty though. It's such a pretty area. Just quick stepping now to dodge beams. This is what a lot of the sort of the freebie sections devolves into. They kind of just become a lot of quick stepping or drifting. That's really about all there is to it, I'm afraid. Whoa, okay. Game almost decided not to register that was a homing attack spot. That's fine, we're good. All's good in this hood. Starlight Down is one of your favorite aesthetics in the game. It's such a pretty level, I just don't like a lot of the levels within it. It's also the music I'm probably the most mixed on. Honestly, I think it's like I would say it's the only music I think is better in Colors Ultimate. Because for some reason Colors Ultimate decided to remix all the music and make it sound even worse. Or make it sound worse, except for this one, where they added a bunch of guitars and whatnot. And I think it sounds nicer in Ultimate. Which was sacrilegious giving compliments to Ultimate, but you know, sometimes it can have a little W as a treat. Time for more quick stepping, I guess. I also love that this game is like sort of it's the first one that has a mashup between like the egg horns and actual badniks. This was the first game that kind of started bringing the badniks back in a way, and I like that about it. It gave it such an identity in like back in the early 2000s where we were so used to just very generic looking egg bots, especially in 06's case. Plus the designs for them here look really good. This definitely felt like a game that was trying to be like a classic Sonic game in 3D, kind of like Heroes, but also giving itself its own aesthetic, which I think is really, which at the time I thought was really, really cool. Like, I still think it's a little bit cool, especially with aesthetics like this. It's so pretty. You get that, buddy? Get our second colorless pair. This is the Cube. This one allows us to do a really powerful ground pound that switches these rings and these colored blocks around each other, so we can use them to get higher places or collect a bunch more points. A little bit of platforming here. There's a lot of platforming in this game as well. Well, specifically in 2D. You won't be doing any in 3D for a while now. Alright. What's this section? Uh-oh, overshot, overshot. What? That didn't get me! That did not get me. He got his foot stuck in the door and was like, fuck, I'm dead, I guess. He squished my tootsies! Do it again. There's a bunch of stuff up here, and a red ring. This was also the first game to introduce the red rings, and they're mainly just used for bonus content. They basically just unlock levels in the multiplayer we won't be able to play because I don't have any local friends to play with. This game needs game share. Okay, okay, there we go. Alright, still managed to be out of all of that. Nice. There's a bee! Yeah, how is everyone doing this fine evening or respective time zone? Been a nice chill day for myself. Been working on more animation stuff that I'm hopefully going to be having out this week. I'm still doing just a lot of OC shorts and whatnot just to find my animation rhythm again because I kind of lost it working on the proof of concept. So I'm hoping those will be helpful in getting me back into the groove of things and making some more animated stuff. Because I've definitely got a lot of plans to do that this year. Are you dog watching? Very nice. Hope the dog is doing well. Hope something doing better than the cat who decided, no, I like being in your streaming office, I'm gonna scratch you. I'm a 19-year-old little shit. Pensioner with the attitude of a frickin' teenager. Oh, she's sleeping, that's lovely. The land of the bees. Lots of bees. This level's just the bees and oh no, it's this level. Oh boy. This is my least favorite level in the whole game, so I'm glad we're just getting it out of the way now. It's an auto-scroller, but well, it's not really auto-scroller just yet, but you're stuck on this spring platform. and you have to try and keep on it in order to not fall to your death and whatnot. This level sucks. I hate this level so much, especially when, because I'm I'm playing the game through my OBS, I can't see all that well, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Surely my 30 plus playthroughs of this game will allow me to just lock the fuck in, and we can be good at video games for tonight. Like, it's just so, the camera's so panned out as well, you can't really get a good, it's hard to see where Sonic is. That could just be me also playing this on the Wii version rather than Colors Ultimate. I don't think, is this level any better or worse in Ultimate? So I can't really remember. It's been so long since I played Ultimate. Well, I mean, Ultimate does give you the Ghost Whiff, so you can kind of just like skip a lot of the sections. Or it gives like extra shortcuts that you can take specifically with the Ghost. Where'd I go? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Okay, I died, I guess. Like, what the hell was I supposed to do? Don't go too fast now. What do you think you're playing? A Sonic game? That's crazy. We don't do fast. How's everyone's day going? We're gonna be here a while. Just bouncing up and down, and up and down. Thankfully, there's only 3 levels in the game that are like this, and this one is the worst one of them. There's one in the Aquarium Park, and there's one in Asteroid Coaster. But I think those ones are a lot easier compared to this one. The one in Aquarium Park is really easy. It has the best music in the game as well. And the one in Asteroid Coaster is really easy once you get the timing right on it. Okay, we're out of there. Thank flippin' criminy. More bees! God, I could sell honey with all these bees. And we quickly follow up the worst level in the game with, I'm pretty sure this is the second worst, my second least favorite level in the game. You see why I don't like Starlight Carnival all that much? And why I try to get it out of the way as quick as possible? Yeah, these things are annoying. Especially when you can't see yourself very well. Hearing, please. As much fun to do other than dog watching, drawing, and watching Masked Singer. Oh, I hope you enjoy yourself. That sounds like a lovely schedule. I'm glad you could take time out of your day to spend time with us. Shit. Where am I? Okay, there I am. There we go. Always nice to catch a chance. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I was nervous about setting up today because I wasn't sure if, like, because we're starting to end that period where I usually get to after it's been 2 weeks of streaming, where it's like, oh, do people actually, is anyone actually going to come to these or anything? I started to get into that period, but I said I'd just punch through it this time. It's like, hey, we'll see where it takes us, so we're just going to have fun tonight. That's why I picked something that was, like, very chill, I can just have a good time with. And even if people turn up or not, then I can say I at least had a fun time because I got to play something I like. Yeah, time for level 5 to start Carnival. And hey, remember this section? We're doing it again. Now we have a 3rd lane we can go into that completely deletes any challenge. Unless you want to get more quick step bonus points. In which case, quick step away. Saturday's gonna be a doozy of here, gonna be 2-3 inches of snow. You guys are getting snow? God, I wish that were me. Had a very dry winter out here in the lovely land of England, where we put U's in our words. Yeah, time for our next wisp. This is hover. And it does what it says on the tin. You can hover. And also near a trail of rings you can press the boost button to do what is essentially the lightspeed dash. It is weird that they kind of take away some of Sonic's natural abilities and just give them to the wisps. Because this has the lightspeed dash, the spikes have the freaking spin dash for some reason. Maybe that's kind of it. It's kind of weird that this game doesn't have the spin dash considering how very focused on 2D platforming is, but I guess that would have made things made some of the more simple parts of the game more tricky. It's the cold adventure Christmas being 70 degrees Fahrenheit. You're speaking in not Celsius. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's hot. Oh, I died. I didn't even notice I didn't have any wings, I'm gonna be honest. What the? I fucking homing attacked him, what the hell? What the hell? It's kind of warm, okay. Let's actually get rings first. Be sensible. Fire! Colors. I'm live and talking to us. Now is not the time to be suddenly being mean to me. I sing your praises all the time. Here's a take, I prefer spin dash to boost. Honestly, I feel they could have gotten away with just making the boost's animation a spin dash. And I don't think 90% of the Sonic fandom would have complained about the difference between boost and spin dash, I feel. But yeah, I'm one of those that does prefer the spin dash, specifically in games like Adventure 1, where you can just kind of spam it and use it to get like a ton of momentum and skyrocket yourself across the place. I feel that's like a really easy, and that's basically what they do in Frontiers. They basically just made the spin dash a boost and gave it a separate button so people could use that instead. And it carries a lot more momentum to it. It's really fun in Frontiers. Alright, almost done with the Starlight Carnival. Just gotta keep floating. This level's all about the floating. So just gotta hover on high. Ah, fools. You gave me a float power-up and expect me to platform, yes. Expect me to platform? In this economy? Jesus. I love the music for Hover as well. There's something weirdly peaceful about it. It sounds like it's about to break into the Ben 10 theme. It's like that beginning, like... It's like it's gonna break into that theme song. Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna make it that. Hop, 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 and hoo! And there we go. Alright, nice. It's a pleasant little jingle, it certainly is. I don't even remember what getting the rings in, like, the result screen do. I think it's just, like, they slowly build up to, like, a 1-up in the credits, I think. Or that might just be the credits specifically. But yeah, on to our second boss fight.
If I was an alien in need of saving, where would I be? Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows. Huh? Experience has also taught me that the best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt.
I also love that you can have this same cutscene in Sweet Mountain, and obviously they've made it so you can do this cutscene in either
giant
level,
killer robot? You wanna
just
do this
depending on the
hard
order in
way
which you do
or
them.
the easy way?
It's nice when games think about that kind of stuff, so that considering future plot outlines, we don't accidentally see that first before we have
Somehow
like
I
the
knew you'd say that.
I
Let's
should
dance.
look around sort of stuff. But anyway, our second boss fight, and the best boss fight, well, one of the best boss fight musics in the game. This is another one that I think is way better. Another great song is way better in Ultimate, because they get the Jun Senoue guitars in and everything, and it just sounds fantastic. I was originally going to stream the Colors Ultimate version, but I didn't have enough space on my Switch or Xbox to really fit it. So I just decided, you know what, I gotta start streaming off my Wii U at some point. I might as well test it to make sure the thing is still works. But yeah, this is another boss fight where they give us the laser risk, and hopefully it'll make things a little easier for us in a second. If I don't miss. There we go. The Wisps are really good for getting like a bunch of extra damage on boss fights. And they throw so many at you. Missed. Whoops. So that's what happens when you completely whiff it. Whoop. Miss me, buddy. Lol, you suck, JK. I think this is also the only boss in Colors Ultimate that I don't have the achievement for getting the S rank on him for some reason. I know for it's just I'm not doing it quick enough or not doing enough quick steps. Whatnot to try and get it, but it's like the only achievement I'm missing in that game at this point. I don't need boost, I need rings, please, game. Those are rings! Ooh. There we go. Thank you for the rings and the music. Now we get a bunch of quick steps. Yeah, see? A rank. If I hadn't whiffed that laser shot, I might be able to get the S rank, but I just missed completely. Oh, now they give you rings, yeah. They just shower you with rings after the end of a boss fight for some reason.
Hey, Tails, you missed the BBBE.
Huh?
Best boss beating ever.
I wouldn't go that far.
So, has Yacker given you any more information or limericks or whatever it is he's spouting?
Well, first, remember, this translation stuff isn't 100%.
Trust me, I remember.
So anyway,
Managed to make it not super like, hello Mira! Thank you for joining us! You just missed the BBBE, the best boss beating ever.
inside of them.
Like a battery?
It's a word for it anyway.
Well, sort of. It's their life source. And you only got
You just got back, yeah, just got back from D&D. Hope you had a good time, mate.
Sort of.
You be better, Sonic, yeah.
Funny thing, it was first translating as horrible
Oh
body.
my god, you guys, you ready for the best joke in this entire game?
Seems an evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy nose hair! That's the best thing I've heard all day!
Insert stock audience laughter here.
I know, I've already written it down.
And thus became this generation's favorite joke.
All their power and using it for an evil. aquatic
Also doing
animal,
Starlight Carnival. I just started liking doing it first because it unlocks wisps that you can then use in Sweet Mountain.
That's good intel. Keep working on it.
I don't know why, when my brain decided it liked doing it this way, but I like doing it this
Nose hair,
way.
of course. I'm totally calling him McNose hair.
Plus it gets Starlight Carnival out of the way because I don't really like a lot of Starlight Carnival.
Next stop.
And it gives us a lovely sweet treat right after this. And we've got Sweet Mountain. I love this level. This is my second favorite level in the whole game. I love Sweet Mountain. Alright. It's easily got my favorite music in the whole game as well. The super jazzy, almost F-Zero like feel. No conventional way for me. You're going this way. Oh. Yeah, because you don't use the drill at all in style like Carnival, so it's just like I would much prefer to get hover and cube for levels in Sweet Mountain. We have the drift sections. And we're just about to get another wisp. This is Yellow Drill. Basically burrow in the ground and the game becomes nights basically. You've admittedly never been so high on Sweet Mountain. I can kind of see. It's definitely where the game sort of you realize that the game is kind of reusing a lot of the same set pieces over and over again for each world, rather than each level being sort of more unique. If I could get up, please, game. Can I get up, please, game? Thank you. And I just love the aesthetic of it. It's so cool to see, like... As y'all ever played Colors with motion controls, I've only played it with the Pro Controller. I did most of my playthroughs as a kid with Wii Remote and Nunchuck because I didn't have a classic controller at the time. It's also crazy that an option to play this game with is the Wii Remote on its side, which, yeek. No thank you, please. Yeah, I don't have any other ways to play on Wii. Yeah. There's also, if you're playing on, like, an original Wii, you can use a GameCube controller, which I always thought was cool. Wait, you can do Wii Remote on it's like, yeah, it's just as terrible as it sounds. On one hand... Yeah, but then nunchuck, you're terrible with nunchuck controls. But then you realize that you're playing a 3D game with a D-pad, and it makes you want to kill yourself. In Minecraft, of course. Granted, I'm weird and like using analog stick for 2D games, so I can't really talk. Is that weird? Is that as weird as I think it is? I guess it depends on what what 2D game you're playing with an analog stick. Because I mean, for something like a Street Fighter game, that's kind of preferred over a D-pad and whatnot, but I guess people kind of prefer using D-pads for like 2D platforms, so you're not accidentally like pressing down when you're trying to move left and right for stuff. So random side note, Sweet Mountain is the only one in this game that has every single wisp. Yeah. I guess all the wisps won't get diabetes. Yeah, they have more wisps here than they do in like their own home planet. Oh, delicious hamburger. And now we must scale the hamburger. Alright. We can hover now. And stuff like this, why I do Starlight Carnival first. Well, I mean, they are like super, a lot of them are like super hyper, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were really, if they were big sugars, if they were big on their sugar. Green Wisp kind of gets introduced weirdly late in its own way. I don't want to go this way yet. There are secrets. Yeah, usually some of them are like some of the Wisps are like fairly early in their worlds, and then you have Wisp who's just like, oh, Act 5 we're gonna give them to you. It's weird. Ow. Thankfully, if you get pricked when you have... If you have the green Wisp, it doesn't like... It's not an instant kill. If you're without rings, you just go like a... You think it'd be funny, just like pops. Hey, one man. And now, to drill for the hamburger. Oh, this frame rate, oh my word. And the level This run's really putting into perspective how little I know the levels in this game. Pretty simple explanation, I've just never tried the one. I mean, neither have I really. I'm not really one who gets a lot of enjoyment out of 100%ing games. The only times I can really think I've done it nowadays is with Pokédexes in modern Pokemon games, because there's now a feasible amount to collect and they don't require like too much of other people to get every single mon. I first did it with Let's Go Eevee, because obviously there's a very small amount of Pokemon in that. Plus back then I had uni friends who had the other version, so we could easily trade for the other Pokemon. I think this was also the first game to give Sonic a double jump as well. Well, first platform, I know R kind of technically did it. But who the heck plays Sonic R unironically? Am I right, gamers? And we have our next of the Wisps. This is Rocket. You basically use it to fly in the air. And that's really all it does. Oh my word, Fez Penguin, hello, hello! Thank you for the raid so much. Hello, hello everyone! Welcome in. My name is Michael HR. I stream video games, and I stream a lot of art, I stream some video games, and yeah, we're just playing some Sonic Colors tonight, because I thought it would be fun to just chill out and play it. Did my raid sound work at all? I noticed the raid notification popped up, but I didn't see, like, the song I added to it. I don't know if that worked on my end. I'll have to test that out. But hello everyone, thank you for joining. If you have to raid and dip, then go right on ahead. Thank you so much for popping in, even if you don't. Even if you only stayed for a little bit, you didn't think you heard music. Okay, I'm gonna have to sort that out next stream. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Please feel free to, if you want to, please feel free to stick around, and if not, been lovely to see you. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. You've joined us in the middle of Sonic Colors. We're currently just going through Sweet Mountain at the minute. Are we doing S rank? Nah, no S rank. No S rank for me. Yeah, hello everyone. Hello, hello. Lovely to see you. Tristan Renard, the Sea Show, and Fez Penguin. Are the colors feeling alright? They're feeling pretty good tonight. They are feeling pretty dang good tonight. Is Sasha. Okay, thank you. But yeah, how is everyone that's just joined us in the raid doing? I hope you're having a lovely respective time zone. It is lovely to have everyone here. I always like that one specifically. It's like you're saying, you're awesome to the gingerbread man, and then we get a very boring level of just standing around doing not a whole lot. Play. Doing good, just finished streaming. I need to get back into Rumble. I kind of immediately dipped out of the game after like the first week. And I feel kind of bad about it because I was having fun. I think a lot of it was just like due to obviously the sort of everything that was going around Rumble at the first week it came out, with all the misinformation and people being really aggravating and stuff. Yeah, they've got Sonic Prime and Sega stuff in there now. Ooh, nice. I think I saw last thing I saw, I think they added Tangle and Whisper. And have they added Surge yet? I'm not entirely sure. Oh shit, Rumble's finally out. It's been out since like November. To my knowledge. I haven't heard a single soul talk about Sonic Rumble. Fair enough. I mean, Rumble was fine. I liked it for what little I played of it. Surge is in and Emerald and Zaz. Ooh. I may have to dip into it. Could do a stream of it at some point. It'd be nice to finally use that to test streaming games off my laptop. We're actually getting Puyo Puyo stuff. Oh yeah, the freaking Sonic and Puyo Puyo collaboration that I've been seeing a lot of art and merch for. My big hope for that, I really hope they put the Puyo Puyo girl in Crossworlds. That would be some very sick cross collaboration from there. Arl in Crossworlds would fix me. That's her name, Arl. I need to play more Puyo Puyo. I think they will. Yeah, it seems likely. I think she's going to be like the next Sega crossover character after II. Trying to think now, who else would I want as like a Sega rep? I guess Beat. Beat is a big one from Crazy Taxi Driver. There's something Puyo and Crossworlds related in March, and the dates on it was a weekend. Oh yeah, okay. That definitely screams to me as like we're getting. That definitely screams to me as we're getting all in Crossworlds. I'll be really happy about that. I want Beat from Jet Set Radio. I don't know if it would happen because we've already had like a Persona Atlas rep. I would love to see Will from Metaphor Refantasio, because I think that would be fun. And then you could do an extreme gear that's just his sword that he skates around on. That would be so fun. A Jackie Bryant because race card. Oh, that would be cool as well. That's a Virtua Fighter, I think? A new Puyo Puyo, preferably one with the Tetris arts direction, would fix you. That would be fun. I need to play more Puyo Puyo. I don't know if Puyo Puyo really hasn't... Well, I mean, we're definitely getting a second year, so there's always a chance. Oh, heck yes. My most wanted are still, obviously, Sonic characters. I want it to primarily stay like a Sonic game, if we can have that. Like, I want Surge and Kit, I want Mighty and Ray, Fang and Trip, frickin' give me Chaos and Takal. I want Neo Metal, yes, absolutely. That's also a thing I want skins. I want some cosmetics for each character. Like, we get the Rider skins for, obviously, Sonic and everyone. I want them to do, like, I want them to basically give, like, take all the skins they have in Rumble and just put those in Crossworlds. Rider skins would sell like crazy, exactly. And Black Knight stuff, yeah. I mean, the Rider skin for Blaze is, like, the only thing I bought from Sonic Rumble. So, can't say it wouldn't go crazy. I think everything else I've actually bought in that game was because of a freaking... And there's a precedent for it too, because we have the unlockable Sage skin for doing all the cups. Yeah. And also now we also have the Pac-Man Ghost suit batch for that as well, because they're basically all skins of the same character. And they'll probably do that for like the Ninja Turtles as well or something. God, I forgot we're getting Ninja Turtles in that game. That's gonna be cool, but it's probably gonna be the frickin' Mutant Mayhem Turtles, which I'm less excited about, but I'm sure it'll be fine. How do I get up here now? How do I get up there now? I love the... It's confirmed to be Mutant Mayhem. Okay. Dang it. Okay, we're taking a detour. I don't think I could even wall jump. This is not a wall to, like, ramp back off of. Alright. Taking the scenic route, I guess. I'm sure mods on the PC will do it to the old Turtles. I want the if they did, I'd probably want the 2003 Turtles, because those are my Turtles that I grew up with. Yeah, talking about Crossworlds, I love the Pac-Man stage as well. That's easily my favorite of like the courses we've had so far. You're not qualified to talk Ninja Turtles. That's fair. I need to play another Ninja Turtles game at some point, because 2003 and Rise are my favorites. Ah, so true. I love the Rise Turtles as well. That's another one I wish it was, because they're also sort of... They also just have much more fun designs, but I guess they kind of want Turtles that all look kind of similar, so they can all just be sort of palette swaps for a similar model, rather than you're going to make a big model for Raph, a skinny model for Donnie. almost done with Sweet Mountain now. Red Ring, hello? If I remember, the turtles are going to be separate characters. Oh, interesting. That'll be interesting to see. So I'm guessing it will just be the turtles and we don't get, like, an extra character like Splinter or something. That's kind of a shame. I kind of would have liked to have something like that, but I can understand why it would just be the turtles. I'm not crazy about Sweet Mountain music, so I can only remember the Act 1 version. I think the Act 3 one is my favorite because it has like that a really nice guitar solo in the middle of it. It's a shame most of the levels end before you can get to it. Slide. Nice. Oh, okay. Get a ring, please. Oh, here's a guitar solo now, actually. I love this part of it. This part of it's good. And then we can go up here. I'm not going for all the red starrings, but I do want to hear more of the song. Because this part slaps. Alright. And that's it for Sweet Mountain. There we go. And a C rank. It's fine. Anyway, boss fight time, I suppose. Estui.
This park is huge.
Yeah, Eggman could be anywhere.
Indeed I could, but I'm right here behind this generator.
I'd be very sneaky right now.
Stand there and be a nice little target.
Tails, is that you humming?
Watching the stream reminds me that I freaking love Sonic, but I have no idea when I'm going to replay it. I have replayed this game more times than I am comfortable admitting. Has to be like 30 plus at this point. At least 30 on Wii, and probably like 4 or 5 on Ultimate. It being a Wii game and all the Wii's kind of cursed console for me. That's a shame.
Talk to him.
Me? I did nothing at all. Unless shooting him with my mind control beam that runs on alien energy counts is doing something to him. Does
Free
it?
Girl helmet, most specifically the flipping nunchuck.
To get to me,
Yeah,
you're
it's a
going to
shame.
have to go through your best.
I would say you can try and find a classic controller or something.
It's turned out much
They can't be
better than I
that much expensive as they used to be.
prototype.
Enjoy it while you can.
Oh, I will. In fact, the only way to make this
That being
better
said, Sin
would
and
be to
Punishment
have
was
you
merciful with me on the
control.
nunchucks. That's a game I really need to play. I have the original on my to-do list. I still don't like the. I'll agree. It's not aged the best. It's very much.
Buddy, are you all
It's
right?
very much course correction for a lot of this game. For like a lot of the more serious plots, and it tries to go for something a bit more lighthearted and cheesy. And it's definitely hit and miss in a lot of areas. I don't mind it, but it also very much feels like
And then I won't
people
just
didn't
do
like
one
A
little part,
because
but the whole
we did
universe.
bad on
In the
another part of the
meantime,
game that we won't
enjoy
talk
the
about.
park.
Don't shop at
I'll be
Poundland
your
Egg.
private
Yeah,
tour guide.
yeah. This is what I get for buying renewable energy. That's it. Back to gasoline for me. Yeah. It's very much like too cheesy, and there are some parts of it I still do like, but it's also like a lot of it has not
There it
aged
is,
well
straight from the horse's mouth.
in terms of its tone.
Dang.
I guess it just depends on who you ask it. So you see this cutscene style like Carnival where the vibes are so different. Sanic, hello Spectreon! You've just joined us for the boss of Sweet Mountain. Yeah. That is also another reason why I like doing Starlight Carnival first. It's nice to see... It's nice to occasionally see these cutscenes from the other way around at times. But yeah, this is our boss now. We're climbing up this pirate ship to get to the top of it. And then just... We sunk his battleship, we did. And then, we just, go right up his ass. It's This is like one of the free Sonics I've played, yeah. That's fair, that's fair. I'm very normal at Sonic, if you couldn't tell. That's why I Sonicified myself in the bottom corner. Alright, another wisp. I'm also very normal about Sonic. I can see that. And I love that for you. Waya! And that's the boss done. Yeah, you have opinions on the stats on Sonic. It's a little more best. There's not really a whole lot of good like character acting. A lot of them are just like two characters talking to each other. From like a direction standpoint, I feel this is where a lot of Sonic cutscenes start to like fall off, because a lot of it is just like very static movements and all, a lot of just talking rather than the more mocap, like the mocap stuff from the earlier 3D games. This is where a lot of that starts to sort of seep into a lot of the later game's presentation. I'm playing, well, a lot. You also sometimes, it's less. I don't know how I'm trying to explain this. I know that a lot of the 3D games cutscenes are just talking. Yeah, there's a lot less of like these little bodily moves between. I feel like we're getting back to good cutscene animation between Frontiers and Shadow Gens. Shadow Gens has really good like character acting. Yeah, like cutscenes are usually a lot of talking, but in terms of this game, it's just like a lot of static. They'll like move their arms a little bit, but that's really about all you'll get. There's not really much in the ways of like a direction or storyboarding. That's what I'm trying to say. There isn't much of that in this game compared to either some of the earlier games where they get like these cinematic shots. Like sort of the iconic stuff you remember from something like Adventure 2, where you have like Sonic ripping the wing off the helicopter, like flying towards the city and smiling at the camera. And I want this. I'm saying words that I'm not clicking with, and I want this conversation out of the way. Fair enough. Yeah. Heck, even Adventure 1 had some really cinematic. Yeah. And Adventure 1 is also very guilty of like that static, just standing around while talking. But I guess you notice it a bit less because you're so distracted by how jerky a lot of the facial animations in that game are. Yeah, it's lots of stock animations in Adventure 1. Look, this is a fan that tries to gaslight us into thinking 06. You know what? You're right. It tries to gaslight us into thinking 06 has good presentation. I don't want to play devil's advocate, but nah, you're right. You're right.
Got it right here, sir. Just need to install it.
What do you mean you don't love lanky ass Sonic character models? It tried, yeah. 06 tried and didn't succeed very well. And I think it's definitely the game that's the most apparent of like, it doesn't really work with a cartoon hedgehog and whatnot living in a realistic world when you're trying to have a graphical style that feels more like more modern HD Final Fantasy kind of stuff. Yeah, which is weird because Final Fantasy has a lot of those sorts of cartoony character designs, like with the Moogles and the Chocobo. But I guess it's because they also want the cartoony characters to look realistic, like with frickin' Eggman and his 4 golden nipples. I mean, you even have Kingdom Hearts, exactly, yeah. 06 definitely one of the biggest examples of that movement in art direction. Yeah. You even have Kingdom Hearts too, which is like, but there's also, and those games are more, the Wii PS3 area was cursing. I'm rambling and not really knowing where I'm going with this, but like, yeah, it's all a case of like the art direction. Like 06 wanted to be more realistic in terms of its visual approach, and a lot of the game, you realize that a lot of it doesn't mesh, compared to something a bit more stylized like Kingdom Hearts or later on Unleashed that go for more of like either an anime or just a more cartoony aesthetic overall. That's the kind of thing I mean from that. Not for lack of trying, because there are some good parts about No, I can't play devil's advocate with 06. As much as the internet wants to play revisionist history on 06, I can't do that. Look, yeah. Good on Sonic for only taking 2 years to realize the direction they took was a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. There's so much revisionist history in the Sonic franchise. Like it feels like every 3 years we're told to think, oh, this bad game was actually super good and this good game was actually super bad. We can humanize aspects, but rewriting history is dumb. Because like a lot of people will try and say like, oh, the idea of Sonic 06, despite not being well done, is still better than like the fully polished and completed version of 06 that, well, not 06 Colors, that like, while a little more vanilla copy-paste, it does what it says it wants to do and does it well, is the thing. And now we have our next Wisp. We have Spike. This allows us to cling onto walls, and also, for the first time since Heroes, we can do the Spin Dash. Though Forces made me realize that I did at least try, unlike Forces. Don't get me wrong, 06 failed and failed miserably, but at least it tried to be something. Exactly. And give it like 2 years, people will try to play revisionist history and say Forces was a good game. Despite me liking, part of me is weird and likes aspects of Forces. But specifically Infinite, and that's kind of it. You will never get me to say anything else about Forces is a good idea. Especially when they gratuitously fecked up. They gratuitously fecked up classic Sonic's controls and made probably the worst controlling Sonic game ever. And indeed, at least 06 tried, yeah. I mean, of course people are going to do that. I'm sorry, I get very normal talking about Sonic. I'm sorry I get really rambly. This is just a franchise I am very normal about and have a lot of opinions on, because a lot of the time the fan base is really fucking dumb. Just don't get me started on when we get to our next Pokemon game, because I will be having fucking words. Don't worry, we all do that here. It's kind of our thing. Speaking of our next Pokemon game, it's probably not that far off if I'm being honest. I'm probably going to want to do Colosseum when that hits the NSO, hopefully next month. Isn't Gen 10 you said? That's the probably what's gonna happen. We've all distracted ourselves hard from the fact that Planet Wisp would be. You're so true. Let's talk about the good game. Well, don't talk about that. Yeah, Gen 10 is like the rumored supposed to come out this year sort of thing. It's like that's what everyone's expecting. Sort of dealio. I want to hope it's not, because I'd like at least another year on that. But yeah, Planet Wisp, it's so cool. I love Planet Wisp. Not my favorite level in the game, it's like I'd probably say my third favorite. I think the aesthetic behind it is so nice. Like that like such a good mesh of like Sonic's overall theme of like the mixing of the natural with becoming slowly overturned by machines. It's such a good example of that sort of classic Sonic, what the classic Sonic games used to be all about. And the music is freaking amazing. And then they ruined it in Generations. But we're not here to talk about Generations just yet. That's a whole other frickin' stream. It looks a little visually like Steam Gardens from Oz. It does kinda, yeah. It's that mix of like the natural areas and the technology areas. Yeah, like the first level does, and then it's just like from there on out you're just mostly the technology areas, which is such a shame because I would love to run about through more of that. Okay, game. I'm trying to compliment you here. Be nice to me. I honestly enjoy Planet Wisp Generations. I don't mind the modern level. I don't like the classic level at all. The classic level just like, plus also the music of the classic level is just the worst. They took what was like this really pretty like piano piece and just made it like all nasty and dubsteppy. I like Aquarium Park. Aquarium Park is my favorite level. I'm so excited for us to get to Aquarium Park. Maybe that's a good reason to finally play Sonic X Shadow. You should. Shadow Generations is like the best modern Sonic game, which is kind of sad to think about. The best frickin' Sonic game in like 10 years was like a frickin'... was like the Bowser's Fury equivalent. Well, to be fair, Bowser's Fury is like a top 3 Mario game for me as well, so... I don't know. Yeah, I like all the levels in this game. The other one I'm just kind of iffy about is Starlight Carnival because I don't like a lot of the levels in Starlight Carnival. This is one of my least favorite levels in the game, so this is gonna be fun. This one has a... Starlight Carnival also feels too automated. That's a lot of it as well, yeah. Yeah, a lot of Starlight Carnival is very automated. Oh shit, I missed it. Ow, my face. Dang it, I missed the frickin'... missed the lasers. Oh boy, this is the section. This section killed me so much as a kid. It's like you gotta balance the cube while also like platforming, and it's very frustrating as a kid who's not good at video games yet. Blue cube flashbacks incoming. Yeah, pretty much. Plus the song sounds like frickin'... I'm kind of stealing this joke from Sun Totally Johnny, but the music sounds like frickin' Seinfeld. And I mean, what's the deal with Interstellar Planetary Amusement Park food? I mean, come on. Thankfully the blue cube is like really good as like a, okay, stop yourself here, in the air, which I don't do. It's good to know this level still kills me even as an adult. Great. Dang it, I need to play video games more. I do as well. I've been really lacking in the game playing department. Mostly just because a lot of my time has been focused on finally getting out of my animation burnout, which has been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying animating again, and hopefully I'll have some more animation coming out this week, hopefully, because I'm nearly done with what I was working on. No, oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, okay. I made it through that just fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. I'll see you later. Stupid ass level. Alright. Act 4. Me when the level feels so much longer than it is because I keep dying. Exactly. Planet Wisp is definitely the area that I sort of felt, well, not like stuck on, but like it was the area where I died the most as a kid, aside from... This is where like you get a little bit of a difficulty spike when you're a kid and aren't good at platformers. It's like a difficulty spike here, it kind of mellows back down a little bit for Aquarium Park, and then it shoots right back up and it shoots right back up again for Asteroid Coaster, is how I feel about the game. And then Terminal Velocity is just like, it's here. It also helps I can't really see very well because I'm playing off my OBS. I should have hooked up my gamepad, obviously. Honestly, could have used that for, like, for better seeing, I guess. Well, see, I feel that's kind of the universally agreed order. And then again, Sweet Mountain and then Starlight Carnival is kind of the universally agreed order, and I'm just like, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. Yeah, I always do Planet Wisp after like Sweet Mountain or Starlight Carnival because it just makes the most sense. And you want to save the asteroid for last. Shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know what happened there. I'm choking. I'm choking really badly. Because I don't usually go that way. I usually manage to get the laser wisp and go to the left. At least we got a good number of lives, yeah. Am I down now, please? Thank you. Yeah, you say that. That is one thing I missed from Colors Ultimate, is having infinite lives. And then in Colors Ultimate they add like a random... They add like a Tails save you feature that is just like only occasionally activates. I don't even know what that thing is supposed to do. It's like, it saves you from a point from like dying, but it only really... But it only ever occasionally uses one. Other times you just like die. I guess it's like if you fall into a bottomless pit, the game just like picks you up, puts you right back to where the pit is. But I never got around to actually using that, to my knowledge. Thank you.
It looks like the theme of his park is universal domination and the conquest of
cutscene, so I have a chance to take a drink.
More than a theme, it's a reality. He's using them like some kind of living intergalactic gas.
That's pretty low.
Yeah, I think like Tails Rescue activated like once on my playthrough. Yeah.
You getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally freaked out. It sounds like they're in shock because of public transportation and a loony nurse. Oh no, wait, scratch that. They're in shock because of their planet's strange transformation and having been dragged across the universe.
Well, I still can't believe he kidnapped a whole planet. How did somebody do that?
They're saying it was either ice cream or a tractor beam.
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess it wasn't ice cream shooting out of those generators.
If it was, I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get two. Now, if everyone will excuse me, I'm going to put a stop to these renovations.
I keep quiet for most of the cutscenes because it's just the only way I can stop myself from quoting stuff, because I know the game's script by heart, and I know it's really annoying to hear some rando speak the cutscenes while you're trying to watch the cutscene. Plus, it's nice to have a little bit of breathing room and a chance to grab a little quick drink. Love Sonic saying he get a second. I don't think it's for Tails. I'm pretty sure it's like for him. Bro's just gonna like grab two ice cream tractor beams and just guzzle them down. Look, when you can outrun the diabetes, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Well, that's what they're saying, like tractor beam ice cream things. The world's never known what tractor beams taste like. Maybe it's like caramel. Ow. Take the platform, please. Outrun the obesity at sonic speed. Ooh yeah, a nice salted caramel ice cream is really nice. That's usually my go-to. My other go-to is typically strawberry. A lot of the times I find stuff like chocolate ice cream is a bit too sickly. Yeah, I like a nice salted caramel or a strawberry. But I'm very iffy on the strawberry side of things. Where like, it needs to be like a good strawberry rather than like... Oh shit. chocolate sometimes has a lot of overpowering flavor, whereas sometimes strawberry ice cream tastes a little too artificial, which is why my... I need to lock in, please, brain. Stop talking about ice cream. I keep getting distracted by trying to do the thing where, like, every time you swap the rails, you go a little bit faster. Yeah, Sweet Mama's lost one, exactly. Oh shit, I need to hurry. There we go, nice. Yeah, every time you switch the rails, you go a little bit faster so you can, like, really increase your speed by just constantly swapping rails. I had no idea the freefall section was a thing. You learn something new every day with this game. Ow! Prick! I mean, to be fair, I am invading a construction site, so maybe he's entirely justified. Okay, go up, please. Go up, please. Go up, please! There we go. I love Sonic levels in their insane number of side paths. Don't we all? It's always nice when the game has like multiple ways to whoa, multiple ways to whoa. No, that's wrong platformer, buddy. You're turning into Crash Bandicoot. That's another thing that's really nice about the classic games is there are so many different ways to get to your objective. And like I said, this game is basically a modern classic game in a lot of ways. Thank you. Whether it's especially hard, especially in a series where it's often really hard to control yourself, whether because of speed or because 3D platforming in general. Yeah. It's basically what if Sonic Rush could flip to 3D, yeah, and like way less bottomless pits. Now I think, yeah, the DS version of this game was developed by Dims, wasn't it? So basically, yeah, it is kind of like that in a lot of ways. I should replay. I gotta replay like a lot of the DS Sonic games. They have such a special place in my heart, especially Rush because. Well, Rush and Rush Adventure. I like Rush Adventure the most, but all two of them are really special to me. Sonic Rush Adventure, my beloved, exactly. The vibes of that game are so nice. I need to figure out streaming on like a DS or something, or just fire up the old handy dandy Nintendo PC and play a perfectly legitimate copy. Oh god, I'm not done this section. A lot of these sections are really hard to do when you're playing on a much smaller screen. Oh, Generations 3DS was your first experience of that game? Oof. I mean, Generations 3DS is fine. It's not my favorite. It's very much like, what if we made the Rush games but bad? It has really bad level design as well. Like, the Radical Highway section where you're just going in a straight line for like 10 minutes.
Seems like these guys are getting harder and harder to find.
Good Lord, Radical Highway in general, yeah, exactly.
I know for a fact.
If I remember correctly, Gen's 3DS was made in 8 months. That would not surprise me. That was kind of the run-of-the-mill with a lot of the handheld versions of console game, to my knowledge, anyway. Though it is part of what I miss. Like I said earlier, I do miss like consoles and handhelds having their own versions of games. It was like there was incentive to try out both versions of the game because sometimes there's a lot of different mechanics and whatnot.
Save a lot of time and broken robots if you just quit now.
Hey, he said the thing. Anyway, most iconic cutscene in the game, everyone's favorite. The one cutscene you'll never hear the bloody end of. Well, there's also, I mean, is it better or worse than frickin' Baldy McNosehair? Can we get a poll on that? Which is worse, that or Baldy McNosehair? Baldy McNosehair is worse, so true. I feel like nobody will remember Baldy McNosehair if not for Lost World. That's true. Like, what's the joke? Yeah. Anyway, boss done. But you see, the joke is it's funny that they call him a different name, and it's like insulting. But like the whole point of Eggman was that it was like originally an insulting name. So it's just like, yeah, we just called you a different name again. And I think that's our second S rank. Both of our S ranks so far have been that type of boss. That's just how easy that those boss fights are. I know his name, but nobody's going to understand if I say refreshing it. Yeah, they give them names.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself.
Okay, I will say, I do like, this is probably like the one joke I still like in this game.
Knew how this would end.
I love this cutscene.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the
This is,
robot.
yeah, I love this one.
The important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on.
Refreshinator getting one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. It is a nice refreshinator from the rest of the game's dialogue.
Touché.
So I'll give it that.
Next stop, planet with
Alright, next up, we're up to my favorite level. I love this level so much. I fucking love Aquarium Park. Best music in the frickin' game. It's time for Peak, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, no, Peak is another stream. Anyway. I'm just gonna be quiet so you don't hear the music. So good, man. So good. This level is the reason I keep coming back to this game. It's so good. It's also such a nice aesthetic for a level as well. It also contains one of the funniest BSA announcements. Yeah, I haven't really talked about those. Those are really funny. That's like the one gag. That's like the gag in this game I think holds up the most is just Mike Pollock's Eggman just like being hilarious and silly. Please avoid breaking the glass. It is the only thing between you and 10,000 gallons of freezing wet death. Yeah, so fun. I think my favorite one is this one in Asteroid Coaster that's like a reference to Crazy Taxi. I think that's the one I remember the most. Oh yeah, I guess we can just drill underwater, I guess. Man, remember when they replaced the music for this part during the Wisp in particular with the one from Lost World that's not very good in Colors Ultimate? Crazy, right? Ah, shoot. Prick. Well, at least we can swim, I guess. Yeah, thank goodness for this game actually having decent water navigation. It's like the only Sonic game that does. And I think that's part of the reason why it's my favorite level, because it's like the best Sonic water level. It does also have the most traumatizing drowning music. You're so right for that. God. It's so good though, but at the same time, it's like, in case you weren't already afraid of the drowning music, boy howdy. It's so good though. The music in this game is just so good. I still think it's like a top 5 soundtrack in the series. Give me a ring first before I go anywhere. There we go. Hey! Oh, more rings to do the multiplayer. Anyway. Anyway, time for level 2. Sonic Colors music is so good. It's so good, yeah. It's a shame Colors Ultimate kind of makes a lot of the music worse with like really bad instrumentation. Yes, it's this song. This isn't one of my favorite songs in the game. This version, and now we don't get to hear it because Cube. I do think Aquarium Park got the best share from Colors Ultimate. I am personally someone who likes Starlight Carnival's, the Starlight Carnival glow up in Colors Ultimate the most. It's the only one that I think is better in Ultimate compared to Colors Original. Colors Ultimate also has a really bad graphical glitch on a bad robot that chases you. I don't think I even remember that. I forget what Starlight Carnival sound like in Ultimate. It gives it a lot of a lot of extra electric guitars. That's the one I remember from it. It sounds so much nicer with just that little extra thing. Like the charging effect on its laser results doesn't show you can't. Oh god, yes, I do remember that. It sucked. I hated that so much. Also, pot sound effect jump scare, yeah. God, yeah. I repressed that memory, Fez. Jiminy Christmas. Anyway, more water. And that's exactly why I chose to pick the frickin' Wii version for tonight's stream. Aside from, obviously, I didn't have enough space on my Switch or Xbox to fit them in just for tonight's problem. Yeah, it's like my biggest problem amongst all the other ones because it actively makes those segments unplayable. Yes, it's so annoying. It gave me so much crap in specifically Terminal Velocity, where there's like that really big section of trying to avoid all the different mini-bosses. And now it's time for a long elevator sequence. That none of the enemies can do anything to us because they all keep landing on these platforms. Whoa! Okay, what happened there with gravity? It's like the egg pawn just suddenly gained like a gravitational pull and sucked me in. Uh-oh. There we go. B for Alright, nearly done now with Aquarium Park. This level goes by so quickly, which is such a shame. Oh god, I forget there's like this little area at the back as well. Ow. I always forget that this little area at the back as well, so just... And yeah, oh yeah, that skips the mini-boss as well. Hell yeah. And then we can do this. I completely forgot about that. I was just like randomly, hey, there's water there. I might as well go back there, see what's up. And up.
Welcome to the exotic aquarium. Any water you may notice.
There we go. Oh. I missed it. Oh, I got it. Ah, dang it! Dang it. I almost had that one. Like, almost cheesed it. I always really enjoyed how this game alternates between 2D and linear 3D platform. I go on and off on it. I wish there was more like actual 3D platforming sections. Because I think the game is very heavy on all the platforming being in the 2D sections, and then the 3D sections are basically for drifting and quick stepping, and that's really about it. Can't really think of many other games that do that. Crash Bandicoot, technically? That was my first thought. Because like Crash has like those sort of more linear sections, more linear 3D platforming, and then 2D sections where there's a lot more platforming sort of stuff. That's the first one that comes to my mind at least, but then again I am I'm a pretty big Crash guy. Can't wait for them to do absolutely nothing for his like anniversary this year. It's gonna be great. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, video game development teams. I already got nothing for Raymans. Yet, hopefully. If what I heard about Ubisoft is true. I'm still holding on to hope whatever that concept art Beanox. Like, please, I hope so. Even if it's just like, I would take just like an updated version of Nitro Fueled for more recent consoles and Switch 2. Funny enough, I kind of have played it recently because your sister stayed over and got the Insane Trilogy. She kept getting stuck and handed her Switch over to me to help. Oof. I want to live in hope that we might be in for something Crash this year. Because, I mean, I'm always down for another kart racer. Rayman, Handshake, Crash being owned by awful, terrible companies that don't care about their IPs. There's also the rumor about Crash being in Fortnite. I'm not super big on Fortnite, so that's kind of meh for me. Yeah, this is the section that Fez was talking about earlier, where like, you see the little lights that are going on top of his head, those don't show up occasionally in Colors Ultimate, so... game, I'm jumping. I know, but it's interesting, like, why now, you know? Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. New and nobody... No, it's also just like, for some reason the game wasn't letting me jump. Cyan was conveniently falls asleep on auto-scroll sections. Yeah, that is something cute that I always liked. I love that they just go straight to sleep when they're in your pocket. If they're in a section they can't be used in. It's always such a cute little attention to detail. There we go. Okay. Don't know what happened there. I think it's because for some reason, you can only jump to avoid the punches in the terminal velocity version of that. Somehow that was still an A rank. Okay, I'll take it. Oh yeah, the heckin' huge explosion doesn't render in Ultimate, yeah. Did that ever get patched? I know there was a bunch of patches for Ultimate. You know, as much as we dunk on Forces, I think I had my favorite. But honestly, I would agree with that as well. I like just about all the Wisps in that game, especially like having all the different weapons based on their abilities. That was a fun part of the game. They just activate without having you stop, yeah, because then, yeah, that was a fun part of the game. I kind of feel like I would love to see them do a full-on game that was just like completely by itself, have like the avatar character and the Wisp spawns as like a gameplay, as like a solo gameplay style. It was cool. I liked the idea. And have like a Sonic game taking sort of cues from Ratchet and Clank. A Wisp on Center game, we go, oh, that's even better. Yes, yes, Whisper game. Just get Whisper in the. Let's get Whisper in the actual games first before we start being crazy here and demanding literally anything. Let's get Whisper in an actual not spin-off game first. It took us this long to finally get her in a non-mobile game. Let's just. Could even see what time to take advantage of the Avatar's graph. Oh, and then you have an easy way to mix in the freaking double boost as well. Yeah, these bounce pad levels suck. These are like my least favorite parts of the game. Oh. Dang, you're making me want things that I'm probably never gonna get, which is basically, where the fuck am I? Where did I go? Ah, this game. This game. I love you, but why do you do this? You know how this pseudo drift uses the grappling hook? Yeah, yeah. You know what this game makes me want to do? Find Wii emulation. But wouldn't you rather own it? Wouldn't you rather use intended hardware? Like, to be a good little boy and use intended hardware? No, I can't say that anymore. I've been messing about with perfectly legitimate hardware of recent, so I can't judge anyone for wanting to get into that kind of stuff anymore. Just dabbling in it, just messing about with it, just in case. I'm of the mindset I only ever use it if it's like a game that is likely never gonna get a re-release. Like, say, a lot of niche third-party GameCube era stuff, or handheld games because they're just easier to stream and record. Kirby's Dream, that's a big one, yeah, Kirby's Dream Collection, because that never got a release here in the UK for some stupid reason. I don't know why it never got released in the UK, especially since there's like a fairly decent chunk of content locked in it. Like, there's a bunch of extra challenge rooms that are similar to what Kirby's. I'm guessing it's for anime reasons, I don't know, maybe? Because we got the freaking, that weird anime channel they did for, oh, no. We got that weird, like, app where you could just watch a bunch of episodes of the anime. I don't really know. Could they, I guess maybe they didn't see a point in localizing it? There was a Mario baseball game I remember. That too, yeah. That just never released in the UK for some reason. Which I only wanted because they had King K. Rool. Exactly. That was like the last appearance of King K. Rool before Bonanza. Yeah, it was actually. I want to say it was Barrel Blast, but I think Sluggers was a fair bit after that. It's such a shame we never got to play that. I'd love to see them do another like Mario baseball game. Or at the very least just put the GameCube one on NSO, because that game is fucking expensive. Granted, most like weird niche GameCube games are expensive these days. Which is why I'm so grateful for us having an NSO for it now. I want all the Mario Sports GameCube games on Switch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are what everyone says are the best ones, and I've only ever played like. The only one of those I've actually played was Power Tennis, but only on like the Wii version that they released later. GameCube era is like peak Mario spin-offs, because we had Smash Football, we had 4, 5, and 6, and 7 of the Mario parties, which I'm really hoping we get on NSO. We have Double Dash, we had frickin' Power Tennis, Toadstool Tour. There was tons of them, yeah. Even Mario Party was good on GameCube. I really want them to add the Mario Parties on NSO, because I play Mario Party with some friends a lot on Discord, so we're just really hoping for the day we get the GameCube ones, because I've never played any of them. A part of me is also hoping that one day we get a frickin'. I mean, there's probably a chance we get a Wii NSO in like a couple years. If we can get frickin'. Look, if they can do Virtual Boy, we can get Wii and maybe DS in the future. I just wonder if, like, specifically with those two consoles, would they get, like, the online from those games working again is the thing. Mario Strikers Charge Wii on it. Oh my god, yes, yes. I feel like DS is likely because, especially now that Switch 2 has mouse controls, they can sort of replicate the touchscreen. Remember the second screen had it? I actually seen that yet. Oh, I've not had a decent look at it. Yeah, they could oh god, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. We gotta go! There it is. Okay. I remember drowning so much in Act 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. S rank. I nailed it that level. Let's go. That was our first actual level S rank. Everything else has just been bosses so far. Oh. That gets the blood going. That gets the blood going real nice. Alright, oh god, now my least favorite boss in the game. I really hope Nintendo puts all the GBA Sonics. Oh my, please. I haven't played Sonic Advance in years, and those were... Sonic Advance 1 and 2 were like my first Sonic games, and I never got around to playing Advance 3 for some reason. Ah, we finished. Sonic Battle Online, that would be fun, yeah. They're oddly slow with the GBA games, honestly. Especially considering how much, like, N64 and GameCube have been getting recently with Wario World, Path of Radiance, and Rayman 2. They're really need to speed up with the GBA side of things. Or maybe they're just gonna be a little delulu on here and say they're saving it for frickin' getting Gen 3 on the NSO. Well, Gen 3 and Fire Red Leaf Green. Alright, boss time. Dude, Advanced Free Co-op is cool. Oh, Advanced Free has co-op? Look, I wouldn't know. I've literally never played the game. Aside from maybe a little bit of dabbling with emulation, but I didn't really get that much super far in it. Oh, that actually sounds sick, actually. I gotta get my friend Kaito in for that. That will be such a fun game for us to play together. But yeah, this boss fight is just, you're doing the same thing as you were doing in the Sweet Mountain boss. You're basically just... Except this one's a little bit more tricky because you actually have to follow the guy as he's like swimming around all over the place. And he has a really bad habit of just... There we go. Yeah, Advance Free is like a sequel to Battle as well, where like they have sort of... There's like a continuing continuity throughout those two games. Okay. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh, go, 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 go. Oh, oh, move! Aha! Oh, that was insanely close. Actually, I don't think do I even need the drill wisp for this? Yeah, very cool they can let you stomp underwater, yeah. Damn you, fucker. Yeah! There we go. That is like the easiest I've ever had it with that boss. Let's go. Oh boy, I am so glad that went well, because that boss always gives me shit. Come on, S rank? S rank? Nah, A rank. Okay. I'll take it, I'll take it. I always forget how quickly that world goes by. Right up until like that very last boss.
You know me. I aim to please.
Well, I'm totally pleased. And a little nauseous. I grabbed a bite at the bucket of sushi.
What's the verdict?
His cruelty knows no bounds.
Oh dear. Alright, time for like final major world. We've got the asteroid coaster. I forget how good these area map songs are. Just this grungy freaking death metal world. So cool. I mean, my favorite of them will always be the Aquarium Park one. That's always like my go-to, like, turn off the brain and relax song. But yeah, this is Asteroid Coaster. We ride roller coasters. Planet Wisp, my beloved. That one too, I like Planet Wisps as well. See, a lot of this level is just riding roller coasters. Alright, and that's it. Okay. I always love these Mike Wazowski looking ass Ferris wheels as well. Asteroid Coaster has such a cool aesthetic as well. Reminds you of Future City from Epic Gun. I guess a little bit. And now we have our final of the Wisps. They were really trying to advertise. They were really trying to prophesize Pac-Man being in Crossworlds this early on by basically turning us into a Pac-Man that does not control well at all. Also, ow, my eyes. We're just hopping between roller coasters throughout the level. How does audio still sound okay, by the way? I just wanted to double check. I haven't checked it really since beginning of stream. Do I still sound alright? It's only been a couple of streams since I really found the audio controls for my microphone, so hopefully everything still sounds alright. Everything sounds okay, good, thank you. Look, I'm still very rusty when it comes to getting this streaming thing. Any advice for helping is very much appreciated. Alright, now we're just smashing the asteroids. Nobody can hear you scream because you haven't turned on the freaking... Oh, it's even funnier. I love the rest of that. It's like, nobody can hear you scream, except for the person sitting next to you. So shut the fuck up. Okay, he doesn't say that, but he could. If he really wanted. Whoa. Anyway, time to be Pac-Man again. You gotta go take the walk back. I'm not back in time. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you for stopping by, Crazy Stats. Very much appreciate you stopping by, as always. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hi and whatnot. Lovely having your company. See you soon, buddy. Oh, so yeah, this world has cybernetic Saturn. It has multiple cybernetic Saturns. It's so trippy. Whole level. Like, yeah, that's another one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite levels, honestly. It's just all about quick stepping. God, you don't realize how much of a doozy that does in your eyes until you play Colors Ultimate. You can turn off the motion blur. Oy vey. Look, some of these games gimmick levels are fun, and then there's the trampoline levels. Exactly. There we go. Oh. Struggling a little. There we go. Whoa, oh, okay, let's just not register my A button. Okay, great, love it. There we go. Okay. This is the worst area for my A button to suddenly decide it doesn't want to like registering. Time for pack. God, this is... I forgot how awkward this thing... Oh, great timing to run out, buddy. I forgot how much this is a pain on the eyes. Oh, and we missed the ring too. Great. Love it. You love to see it. This is the one of those that really tripped me up as a kid. Oh, don't go there! Great. Sonic Rose. Oh shit, 3 dimensions! My one weakness! There! It's not good. This is why I don't do impressions for 11 kids. Woo! Ow, ow. Sorry, didn't mean to get in the middle of your Mexican standoff. Bye, guys. Now we're going to be patient and wait. Last week to every moment where 3D platforms make you do 2D platform move, don't remove 3D movement. Yep, it's great. There's an example that's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it at the minute. It's fun in Crash Bandicoot when it like leads to like you can use it to sort of cheat and get to areas easier. That's like the only example I can think of where it's kind of okay. I'm getting no drawing done because I'm loving the stream so much. Do I take that as a compliment? I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, but it's also like, I like seeing your art. Not a platform at all, but the bridges and Little Nightmares. Oh. I wouldn't know, I've never played that one. I mean, it's kind of a... Isn't Little Nightmares kind of a platformer? It's just like a horror platformer. Yeah, I've been working on that. Oh, nice. I can't wait to see it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Oh, okay. So for those of you who hate the fricking spring levels, thankfully, this is the last one of them. And it's pretty easy. I think this one's pretty... Foot, meat, mouth, I guess. Flippin' heck. Flippin' heck. I got you. Turn in that one girl from... That one chicken from Chicken Run though. Fuck me! Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Yeah. This is it. This is the final one. Oh boy. Everybody's favorite. And we also have no rings, so we can't just like cheese it and run on the spikes. This one's really easy. It's gonna time your... I know it used to give me so much crap as a kid because I was a dumb, impatient little child, but then you realize the timing behind all of it, and then you get it. Yeah, the spring is also like half the level as well. It's a very short level, thankfully. Just ignore all the red star rings so people get mad. La-ti-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, la-ta-da. Oh, come on, I'll at least get that. That's supposed to be the second one you get? Oy vey. So many rings. Rings! Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. God. You ever think about how Sonic Boom is... No, the game Sonic Boom is terrible. I had to save myself. Because I like the show at the very least. Especially the frickin' Vector episode that I rewatched again recently because of that frickin' Chaotix radio drama that got announced that's coming next week. I am so excited for that. I've wanted more side character stuff for characters that aren't Shadow for years. And finally I eat. Breaking news, Sonic has characters. Could have fooled Sonic team. There's like, okay, we got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, Eggman, Metal Sonic, and that's it. That's all we got. Don't mind anyone else that we have. No one liked them apparently because we did a terrible job of introducing them.
This is where he converts them into the strange, negative aliens with the
Sonic
energy.
rings being currency in the connotation so that Sonic just make a ridiculous amount of money by being an anime protagonist. He does in Unleashed. You actually use the rings as currency in that game, and you can use them to buy like massive amounts of chili dogs that boost his stats. Anyway, a shout out to Team Chaotix podcast. I'm so excited for that. I need to draw the Team Chaotix at some point. That might be an art stream next week. If I don't end up drawing them during Saturday's Drawing Sonic Characters from Memory stream. Use the rings as currency. There's like, use them in Adventure and Adventure 2 because you use them in the black market to buy stuff for your Chow. There's 06, Unleashed. Generations has skill points, so not that one. Yeah, it's really just those four now that I'm thinking about it. No, Frontiers has skill points. I forgot there are currency in the Adventure games because it's Chow Garden specific. Yeah. That's fair. Oh, it's another one of these levels. It's another one of these waiting while the Cheetos sweep. The Cheetos. Oh, that reminds me of the most I think I've said this on stream. It's like the most disappointing snack food I've ever had in my life. It was these jalapeno and cheese, like giant Cheetos that we had at work once. And I was so excited to try them because I love spicy, cheesy snacks. And it was just like 90% just like corn. So they tasted of nothing except for the outside, which was like blisteringly spicy and not at all cheesy. They were so bad. I was so upset. Because that is just like a recipe for a snack I would absolutely love. And they fucked it up. Anyway, level's over. I'm sorry for that tangent on Cheetos. And no S rank. Alright, just one more level, and then the final world. Alright, last level time. Yeah, boy. More roller coasters. This one's a really fun climactic level. I love Frenzy with turning into a very angry stapler. Yeah, there's just like a random mid-boss in this one as well. It's cool. You basically turn into emo Pac-Man for the Frenzy Wisp, so it's really cool. It just controls like shit. The worst part is it controls better as you eat more, but also gets slower in return. Yeah, you have to sit with it in order for it to actually get fun to control. And by that point, it's burning your eyeballs with all the motion blur. Okay, and also more water section. And also worms. Are those either sandworms or I think they're caterpillars? It's so weird they bring them back for like, I think they're the sandworm enemies from Sonic 3. Yeah, this is like the only section in Aquarium Park that has like underwater sections. It's like the only section outside of Aquarium Park now that I'm thinking about it that has water. Stuff? No. Oh, Managed to stop myself from getting hit there. That's nice. Too big and angry for falling in hole. Purple Witch just hates verticality. Yeah. Ah, restoring sugar. Yeah, that's alright, we're not going for all of them, it's fine. Just playing for the fun of it. Alright, time for the mini-boss! This part was so cool as a kid. And then you can just, like... Just timed it, okay. Okay, we're just gonna time it right. Oh, gee, guys, when did I hit it? Got him! Lol. A rank, nice. Yeah, you have to time your homing attacks from far away each time, unless you do what I just did and you sneak into it while he's preparing the field.
You know, I don't like what you're doing to my friends in there. It's messed up. So I'm gonna mess you up.
Hide within his Cheetos, yes.
Yeah, that's right. I'm stretching. You got a problem with that? I want to be able to fully enjoy
My throat is going for it.
without some
I mean, this is a longer stream than usual, so understandable.
Okay, now I'm ready. Of course, if you want to run away, please feel free. There's no shame in it.
What?
Well,
Maybe a little shame. Sorry, I had to let at least one moment of me
You guys
saying
don't
the
talk
lines
much,
out.
do you? Fair enough.
If I ball up on
I'll say
stream,
I
I might
warned you.
explode. When I first played this game, I had no idea you had to hold up to move towards the boss. Oh boy, you must have been here for ages. Oh yeah, because because it's automatically moving you. So I guess it wouldn't even really think to kind of do it. I have to beat both of these bosses in the absolute worst way. Well, now I'm just curious about your method. I think that for this one specifically, you have to like. You have to wait for like the 2D sections and get in the middle of him and throw the rocket at him. Right now the rocket just proceeds to puncture. Again, I love this boss theme so much. Anyway, Shoryuken. Basically just dodging the... having to move in the homing attack again and... Oh, you have to like wait through all of it. Yikes. Woo! That's like 8 minutes to beat the Starlight Carnival boss. Oh boy. Sounds not fun. Okay, is he gonna drop a rocket? He does, yes. Oh god, yeah, there's some sections where you just can't hit him in the 2D sections. 20-minute lead, boy. Rip past mirror, yeah. Will RNG be kind to us? Is he going to give us another section where I can Shoryuken him? He is! You are a fool! And it was such an insane endurance test, you can imagine I died a whole lot of times. Anyway, that's boss done. Rip past mirror, I guess. Okay, let's quick step points in. GG's past mirror, I guess. Come on, S rank. Yay, S rank! Let's go. You'll have to see it one last S rank. Hey! Maybe. There might be one more.
That was almost difficult.
Oh, I bet that cutscene stung extra bad for like past mirror.
We both deserve some
Got
kind
2
of
S ranks and
reward.
Asteroid Coaster. Hell yeah.
Let's go to an amusement park or something.
All right, but one that's, you know, less evil than this.
I'm sure it did. Just really rubs salt into the wound.
So, are all the aliens getting free?
Looks like it.
Drink again?
Once the power went off, the locks vanished. I hope Yakker's okay.
I think he'll be fine. You don't think the weapon you were shot with still works?
Not without power flowing to it.
But yeah, we did it, guys. We beat the video game. Yeah, this is the perfect one to end on. I do like it does give you the option of to just clear them in whatever order you want. Because I know on my first playthrough, Kid Me was like, found Planet Wisp too hard, tried to do levels in Aquarium Park and Asteroid Coaster out of order. Would just do the levels in any order they wanted. Before finally getting good at the video game and just doing it in the order they come in.
The tractor beams are gone. The planets are free.
Was there ever any doubt? I mean, really? Great job, buddy.
Also, shout out to Mars Animation Planet.
Destroyed.
Yeah,
We can blow
it's my
this
favorite planet in the galaxy.
We did it, dude.
We? I don't remember you fighting off any insane robots.
True. Well, good job to you on inventing a translator that allowed us to speak to the aliens and figure out exactly what we needed to do so we weren't running around the park looking like idiots. Oh no, wait. That was me.
I love that little.
Good
I love that
Either
bit.
way, we can get
It's
out of
such a
this crazy place and go
that's the
home.
one bit of this game I really like in terms of the characterization, because it's definitely a Tails who has like been with Sonic for a long time and is so used to his
Middle of a party.
The middle.
his like
We are the party.
overness
I
to
think we're their guests of honor.
float his ego, and it's just like, right, I'm done with you. I did shit. Go fuck yourself, man. And so it's just like, true. Space in video games is beautiful, y'all. It sure is. Alright. Oh jeez, I'm sure that's nothing. I'm sure that's fine.
Ho, ho, ho. That fool Sonic thinks he's won because he destroyed all my generators. Well, the mind control cannon is full enough for what it has to do. I will have the last laugh.
The last laugh? How is laughing last special? Isn't that like being the slowest one to get the joke?
Yeah, I laugh last all the time. People look at me like I'm an idiot. Forget about it. That's because you are an idiot.
I do quote that one Cubot line a lot.
You talking to me? Yes, I'm talking.
That's like my
to you.
favorite Cubot
There's
line
nobody else
from this
here,
game.
So I must be talking to you. Why haven't we fixed your voice chip yet? Yo, quit busting my batteries over here. I've been working on it all day. What does that even mean? No.
Not the
never
desync
mind.
sound effects. That could also just be there's a slight desync in audio from my stream, because I noticed that a lot when testing things out, that sometimes the audio is a little bit desynced from the game. Not overly, but it's noticeable in some areas. There's also just like so many sound effects as well. It's like a full-on Johnny Test episode here, with just constant whip cracks. Oh no, that thing from earlier was important. Oh no. I'm sure it's fine. Oh god, not the moon again! Oh, for goodness sake. We just got that thing patched up from last time. And then the mind control cannon randomly shoots the moon and nothing comes of it at all. Like, you think they could have made that the thing that eventually becomes the Time Eater, but no. Since Generation does kind of follow on from this game, you think they would want to have like some kind of continuation between the two.
You made it possible. Your plans have been crushed by Sonic for like ever. He stopped you like it's his job or something. In fact, I can't remember a plan he didn't stop. What are you talking about? He hasn't stopped all of them. Name one.
Read the attention panel.
Thank you, buddy.
And then that'd make the final boss of Moon a full decade before Frontiers. I guess that can't. Nah, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, maybe that is what it eventually came to being. Like, that sort of awakens what would be the end for Frontiers. But it's like, that's very much stretching it.
Sonic.
Like, I'm going full ARMS character in that stretching.
Can I get an A for effort, that's for sure.
Oh, thank you, Cubot. Alrighty, time for terminal velocity.
Hey, Tails.
Yeah?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Good, so it's not just me.
When I feel the ground shaking under my feet and see plumes of dust rising and rubble tumbling and aliens running for their lives, yeah, I get a bad feeling. So, how about you and me make like Eggman's hairline and recede?
This isn't joke time. This is running to the space elevator time.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're running now.
Alright. Time for some badass music. Okay, this is another song I think is a number that's improved in Colors Ultimate because they get the full Jun Sonoe in the upper net. This is just a case of every single song given. Why do you run normally in the cutscenes when everyone has super speed powers? Yeah, that's a good point actually, but like, I guess you don't want to be constantly going like full tilt. That's gotta be tiring after a while. Must be exhausting, yeah. Look, I have a speedster OC. I have to think about this kind of stuff myself. Up. There we go. Okay. Second part of it. And it's just quick stepping. I forgot about that part with the ledges. Yeah, that tripped me up so many playthroughs before I figured out what it was that was actually causing that. Oh, I'm getting so many quick step points. Yeah, baby. And the final section. Okay, we can actually jump in this section now. And that's what you want to do. You want to jump over his punches. Slime does his little dance to get points, yeah. Hey, sorry for skipping your section earlier. You're not still mad, are you? Okay, I think he's pretty mad. Anyway. Up. And hop. And hop. And hop. And hop. And boost! And because we're going so fast with the boost, we don't have to do the dodging the lasers as well. Just hopefully the boost lasts for the rest of this section, or at least most of it. Oh, he almost got me right at the end. Come on. A rank, nice. He's probably having fun actually getting the punch for once. Yeah, well, he got the punch, we just couldn't jump the last time. So, it's nice to actually be able to jump for that section.
Time to bail!
Anyway, it's final boss time.
It can't be!
Leaving so soon? There are no lines, and I've saved the best rides for last. At least let me stab your hand so you can come back in.
I know you're trying to be clever with this whole amusement park pun thing, but it's just coming off lame. Just say you're going to destroy us and stop embarrassing yourself.
Curse you, Sonic! Not only do you foil my plans, but you foil my speeches as well! I work hard on them! No matter, I will destroy you, and I will be victorious! Is that better?
Like a million times better. Thank you.
This robot is special! He's powered by the energy from your little friends! He is invincible! So I'd say it's been nice knowing you, but it hasn't.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think we can beat this guy.
See you on the ground, buddy.
Huh? Sonic, no!
I mean, hey, gotta raise the stakes somehow.
Just got one last thing to do.
Yes. That is a really awkward looking elevator door. Anyway, it is now time for the precursor of almost every single Eggman boss fight since this game. You know, before it basically became every single fight with Eggman, I love this fight. This is one of my favorite Eggman boss fights in the series. Like, I joked about it, but I legit love this fight. Just like the atmosphere of it, the music is perfect. You can get extra hits in by boosting into him, so it can go by fairly quickly if you know what you're doing. I feel like most people have calmed down after trying to retroactively hate on this fight. Oh, you can boost on them as well? Wait a sec, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could boost into the claws as well. That was a misinput on my end. I had no idea you could do that. Oh, well, you learn something new every day with this game. I had no idea I could do that. Let that be another reason why I absolutely freaking love this game. Even after like 30 playthroughs, I'm still discovering shit. Anyway, you just gotta avoid all of these projectiles he throws at you. Hop, hop, and hop. Yeah, you can get a little extra hit in by boosting into him after the first hit. And it makes the boss fight go a lot quicker. Go by a lot quicker, I mean. Lots of spikes. Also very cool with Sonic game to have a final boss that challenges you with the skills of the actual game. Yeah. Especially because usually they just kind of switch to Super Sonic at this point and you kill him. Okay. Gotta be careful here, have no rings. Up. 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 Oh, okay. I think this is the last hit. And whoopla! Okay, we have rings again.
You horrid little hedgehog!
I love this part. The remix of this is so good as well. It's really good. It's another one that's really good in Colors Ultimate as well. But yeah. Adios! And boom. Another thing that also doesn't load in Colors Ultimate, the freaking Eggman firework. It took a whole patch of the game to do that. High rank, dang it. It's so cool, so cinematic. I love that final boss so much. It's so good. I love this game, man. I love this freaking game. I mean, I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't love this game, but I freaking love this game.
My head! Who turned out the lights?
At Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, you can feel comfortable knowing your safety is our number one.
Oh, shut up!
Oh, that was good.
This might not end well.
Now for our final bit of gameplay. We gotta outrun a black hole like crazy. This is a part I also remember really tripping me up as a kid, but now it's just like hop, hop, hop. And that's it, we're done. Let's run it towards the camera. And game. That's it. We did Sonic Colors. This cutscene's so pretty. I also love that it shows the wisps that don't show up in like the Wii version, so you get to see the Burst Wisp episode briefly. Once again, thank you Marza Animation Planet. So true.
Sonic, are you okay? Man, I can't believe you made it through that.
Like you thought I wouldn't?
The only thing I was thinking about was getting pushed into an elevator.
Well, a hedgehog's gotta do what a hedgehog's gotta do.
Floating semi-conscious in space surrounded by friends. Is this
Thanks.
Kirby?
Had a little
Close
help
enough.
with that last part.
We had to fight a mechanized eldritch horror that had the power of a black hole. Oh god, it is the ending of Star Allies, you're right, yeah. It is kind of that, yeah. You team up with all your friends to fight a eldritch horror being. Yeah, this is just Star Allies, yeah.
He said, thank you for saving us.
You're welcome. Thank you for saving us.
He
But
says,
imagine a proper Star Ally Sonic game.
That thing's translating
I
pretty
mean,
good.
Yep,
in terms of like
finally got
co-op, we
notification.
kind of got that in
We can talk
Superstars,
about
but
now.
it's not. Superstars is not the best with that, where you get a Sonic platform with bucket load.
Great.
I would
He
love
says,
that, yeah.
"Goodbye, my
But I guess
friends,
it's
I
kind of
have
the
to
case of
go."
like most of the Sonic characters
Just
kind of
when I
have
thought this thing working.
very
Better late
different
than never,
movesets in a lot of ways, so it would be hard to sort of balance that into a very similar moveset for a lot of them. Closest thing that comes to mind, so but yeah, pretty much. Heroes is kind of the closest. Also, what am I saying? The freaking adventure games do that. But I guess it's just like, I guess an adventure game wouldn't really work with a bigger cast than say 6 or so. Maybe 7 at a stretch. Yeah, that's it. We have done defeated the colors of the Sonic variety. Whoopee. And now we have to sit for 20 minutes of credits. I do like how it was 6 7. You know, I'll give it that. I like that some characters also have like occasional characters that pop up in their story. Yeah, I like that part. Anyway, time for us to now set for 20 minutes of credits. Can I skip? Oh no, you can only skip in Colors Ultimate. Okay. Okay, that's one more positive for Colors Ultimate. You can skip the credits. But yeah, I love this game so much. I've said it basically every single frickin' 10 minutes in this playthrough, but I love this game so much. It has shown its age. It definitely, the things I liked about it as a kid definitely aren't as good now, but that's also coming from a lot of games that have done what I liked about it better. But I still think this is just such a cozy comfort Sonic game, and I come back to it basically. I try to do a playthrough at least once a year because it is just that much of a comfort game for me, and I just have such a good time playing it every single time. Yeah, that's just about do it for tonight's stream. Next time we're streaming is on Saturday, where I'm doing another art stream, and we're going to be drawing Sonic characters from memory, which is, as much as I say I think I know the Sonic cast like the back of my hand, it's about time I put my canvas where my mouth is, don't y'all think? But yeah, that is the plan for Saturday's stream. And do I want to send you all off to raid someone tonight? I think I probably should. I'll send you all off to raid someone. I don't want to be sitting through the credits for the next like 30 minutes or so, because that's gonna take forever. So I'm gonna just send you all off to raid someone. Do I know anyone that is streaming right now? Let's see. Oh, Lixie's streaming. I'll send you over to Lixie as always. Lixie's always a joy. They're doing some OC art and drawing tonight, so I hope you will all join me in showing them some love. And as always, one moment. I gotta wait one sec. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care, everyone. Have a lovely respective time zone. Bye-sies!